vast nothingness of space. Space and time. Somewhere out there in the vast nothingness of space. Somewhere far away in space and time. Staring upward at the gleaming stars in the obsidian sky. Marooned on a small island in an endless sea. Confined to a tiny spit of sand. Unable to escape. But tonight, on this small planet, on Earth, we're come to rock civilization.
Okay, so like this one woman, or maybe she's a man, I don't know, but she used to be on the David Icke forums, and her name, maybe it is a guy, I don't know, I just thought it was a woman, but, like I said, maybe it's a man, but she goes by Two Circles, and she has a lot of videos on here, but I don't think she's making videos anymore, but, yeah, she used to be on the David Icke forums, but, so anyway, she did a video about this Clay Jenkins guy, and at first, she did kind of think or insinuate that, you know, like this was just interdimensional alien, you know, manifesting in physical form or whatever, and at first I didn't really believe it, and then later on she says, okay, well maybe he, you know, was brewed up in a lab or whatever, and he really is just a physical human reptilian android, you know, that's permanent to this dimension. I did meet an android human gray hybrid man because he works at the movie theater. He did for many years, but I don't know if he's still working there now. He might, because I don't really go to the movies a whole lot. But yeah, oh my god, he's a total gray android human hybrid for sure. And he is permanent to this dimension. And yeah, he walks really funny. I don't know, he just, when we were trying to interact with him, me and Mom, it was just weird. It was like he was some kind of android or something. But yeah, so they do exist. Like gray hybrids, you know, they exist. Gray human hybrids or whatever. But this guy, there's really something more fishy about this guy though. He acts less human than even Anthony did. I mean, Anthony was able to pull it off pretty good. And he was an interdimensional alien manifesting in physical form. And, but there's always something really odd. See, I didn't know that they could pull it off like that. I didn't know that they could act that human. Because all the ones I ever met before him, before Anthony, they weren't able to act very human at all. And so, but yeah, so some of them, I guess they can act pretty damn human. So, anyway, so some of the red flags that they could be really like interdimensional and just, you know, manifesting as physical for a brief period of time, like probably no more than about 15 minutes. Well, that's one of the signs right there that they can't hold their physical form not much longer than about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Like, it may seem like 45 minutes that I was sitting there interacting with Anthony, like me and my sister, that first time he came to visit us. at the bookstore and it was pouring down rain. Couldn't handle the sun either. I mean, it probably seemed like we were sitting there 45 minutes, but I bet you it wasn't any longer than about 20, 25, something like that. And that's why he said, I'm going to leave you guys alone here in a minute, because he knew he couldn't hold his physical form. And then he just poof, disappeared right in the cafe. But anyway, so that's one of the signs right there that they can't hold their physical form for very long. And then if you try to find any videos of him on YouTube, you can't find any of them longer than 10 or 15 minutes. Most of them are even only like 3 minutes or 5 minutes. But where's all the videos where he's standing there for like an hour and a half talking? There's not any. They don't exist. And they act like he's a judge. Well, that could be a lie. And I even punched in like if he was married, and I did come up, I did find a picture where he was like on the left and a woman was on the right, but see, that could be all phony. You know, I mean, I could easily took a picture of Anthony. I mean, they're going to show up clear as a bell, just like a human when they manifest in physical form like that. If he ever shows up again, I'll take a picture of him, but he's probably not ever going to show up again. But anyway, so that's one of the signs right there. And another sign is that, like I said, they can't hold their physical form much longer than 15 or 20 minutes. Or at least not the ones I ever met. Maybe 25. Nah, I don't even think they can hold their form for 25 minutes. But like I say, they can like poof, you know, disappear for 45 minutes, come back again, and reappear 5-10 minutes, and then poof, disappear again. They could do that. They can keep reappearing and disappearing, but probably not indefinitely. So anyway, that's one of the signs right there. So 2 circles could be right, because that's what she said all along, that she somehow believed that this was like a reptilian, interdimensional reptilian, manifesting in physical form, and yet they just throw some kind of human hologram over them. But I don't believe that. I mean, like, I don't believe behind this human hologram is a physical reptilian looking being from the 4th dimension. You know, I don't believe it actually goes like that, but I believe they can just manifest however they want to in physical form, you know, as a human or whatever. I don't necessarily think behind it is an actual reptilian of the 4th dimension manifesting in physical form, and all they're doing is throwing a hologram over themselves. I don't necessarily believe that. But and you know, 2 circles, if you go check out her website or whatever, you know, she was able to show like skillz and stuff behind his face, but that could be other interdimensional reptilians overlaying him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe if you cut a layer of his skin off or whatever that you're gonna see a scaly physical reptoid. I don't believe that. But okay, so anyway, another sign is they can't ever get the human walk 100%. They can't ever walk 100% human. It may be really really subtle, you know, or it may be just blatantly obvious where they're like walking with a limp, or they're totally walking real drunk like a zombie. But like with Anthony, like I say, he was able to pull it off really good, but he was not able to, he didn't walk 100% human, but it was really subtle. And with this guy, well, this guy is even, this guy acts less human than Anthony did. But so here's one of the signs right there. So yeah, so this guy is probably just, you know, reappearing and appearing, you know, just whenever their agenda says for him to be visible. But yeah, I mean, you know, the reptilians, they're responsible for all that shit, making up all these fucking hoaxes like Ebola. And then Alex Jones sits there and he's a scam artist, you know, he's a shill, you know, he has an agenda, and his agenda is to push all this bullshit. He's a fear, that's his agenda. That's his number one agenda, is to be a fear monger in person. That's his number one agenda. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious that Ebola was a total scam and a hoax. And of course, the reptilians are behind all these, the aliens, the interdimensional aliens, they're behind all this bullshit of the Matrix. But a lot of people, they figured out that there's something very odd and demonic. I mean, he doesn't really act demonic, but in a way he's, you know, people are calling him a demon because he's pushing fake bullshit, you know, like the Ebola crisis or whatever. But yeah, of course they're gonna manifest like he's a nice guy and everything. But I mean, they're amazing. These aliens can do anything and everything. I mean, they're totally amazing. If they don't want to hide their energy, they don't have to. If they want to hide their energy, they can. I mean, if they want to put some kind of demonic energy all over them, they could do that if they really wanted to. But of course, this guy seems like a really nice guy, but a lot of people, they see how he's some kind of demonic alien, so to speak. But the big question is he really even physical at all? And I believe maybe he's not physical, he's not permanently physical to this dimension. And another red flag is, like I say, they can't ever get that walk right. And here's where he bobbles.
Party. And it's also Juneteenth weekend. Hey, Shay! I know, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize it. It's still heavy.
See how he bobbles? There's something very hokey about this whole scene. It just seems like bullshit.
I love her.
Yeah, see how he bobbles? They don't know how to walk right. See how he stumbles? There's something very hokey about that whole music and everything. And here again, this video is no longer than 13 minutes. See how he stumbles? I don't know if you can see very well on here. Stumbles. He clearly does not walk like a human. Let's try it again. This camera sucks. See, he stumbled. And another thing that I noticed was what this woman said. And another thing what they'll do is they'll try to act human and they'll put like a cup of water or whatever in their hands. See how he has like a cup of water or Coke or whatever? It looks like that says, I don't know, Panera Bread or something. I'm not sure. And look how he's holding it like he's doing a pose. See, that's what Anthony did. he kept acting like he was getting straws and like a cup of water or whatever at the cafe, but you never did see him drink it or anything like that. And he had a pack of pudding, and well, that's why he tried to give me the whole pack of pudding, because he knew he couldn't eat it. But yeah, see how he's just posing? Like, if you kept your arm like that, holding the cup like that, your arm's gonna get tired. See how he's posing? Like, la 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 la, I'm trying to act human, I'm trying to act like I gotta drink water occasionally, or Coke or whatever. See, he's just posing. Ew, his face does look awfully waxy right there, like a wax figure. That black guy, physical alien that showed up for a few minutes at my workplace, his arm, it looked like fake, it was burnt up. His arm was all burnt up like a fire, like he got into a fire. But it looked fake, like fake rubbery plastic. He was definitely interdimensional, that reptilian that posed as a black man at my workplace. He was sticking up for me though. But yeah, see how he's trying to like act human and trying to do the pose like he eats and drinks when he doesn't even have to.
Really appreciate everything you're doing for our city. Somewhere else in the country, what would you suggest is all of the people that you see on the street downtown and West End is a
oh fuck, like he's just trying to act human. See, he just has a cup in his hand just to try to act more human. That's just a pose that they do all the time. So if they manifest in physical form, yeah, they may have some pudding in their hand or whatever, just to they're just trying to act like they're not an interdimensional alien. But look at what she says at the end. And this could be the proof right there that he's not human.
Thank you, Judge. You know, you are such an advocate for downtown. You're such an advocate for our city, and you are such a great leader. And even seeing you out today, walking on the street, moving around and being visible, really appreciate everything you're doing for our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
See how she said being visible?
Well, thank you, Judge. You know, you are such an advocate for downtown. You're such an advocate for our city, and you are such a great leader. And even seeing you out today, walking on the street, moving around and being visible, really appreciate everything you're doing for